Welcome, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Bryce, Utah, going to the campaign headquarters for the nearest video. That's exactly why we're here today. It's time to get some talkie talks. Here's for U.S. passports. Here is the deputy. You're going to read that. Deputy Clerk Auditor Stephanie.
Jason.
Someone? Okay.
She's getting Seth.
Did you email me the copy?
Not yet.
All right.
A little bit of the answers anyway. If anybody wants to read this,
Hi Seth. How are you? Pretty good. Good.
we're now going to deal with.
Remember Becky Stratton, she's a write-in candidate for East Carbon.
I just stopped in to see if I could.
We've met, we've
good,
talked on
you
the
know.
phone many
Oh,
times.
yeah. Jason Ramke here. We
Of
have an
course.
interesting situation. This is from Becky. This is a transcript from me and Jen Guerrero, who's the write-in mayoral candidate. It concerns lack of notification or even getting papers about the scheduled financial report dates.
Okay.
So if you read this, you'll see total incompetence on the part of Liz Holt to one, tell her anything, or notify anybody within like a day, hey, you know, or you're late or anything, you know.
Okay.
So we don't know how much is your role and how much is the city's role, but in this case, theoretically, people get disqualified if they don't turn in financial reports. None of the candidates of the cabals or hopeful slate has done so. So,
That is what Liz Holt said.
yes, and she admits every single mistake she did in not handing her anything or anything out there.
I had no idea about any. kind of
Jason
financial-
Jorgensen took the financials from Jen Guerrero because Holt had initially refused to, which I thought was kind of odd as the recorder. But anyway.
She wasn't there. That's not
Yeah,
true.
she fouled up several ways in this videotape. We have a video we could show you with this transcript, which we'd like to do if you got a minute, or two or three. And so what this would necessitate, possibly on your part, but again, I don't know your job description in relationship to
Right,
them,
right.
but a public announcement that a new date for submitting financials for all candidates has been made or agreed with you in the city or something, put that in writing and make it a public notice. Or you disqualify the whole election and you start all over again, which I don't think you want to do.
Yeah.
There are emails to the Lieutenant Governor about this situation,
Yeah, it
obviously.
mentions
Well,
that Liz Holt had-
that's where I was gonna go.
All right.
Is that so you guys have talked to Lieutenant Governor's office?
No, Liz Holt did. It mentions there that she has to ask if anybody has to be disqualified or not. In this case, that would be everybody, because she didn't notify anybody, and it's apparently been somewhat unequal. The last financials that were turned in were August 5th of the Cabals candidates. Both Becky and Jen Guerrero were turned in August 29th or within, that was the deadline. It was the day, I think you did it on the 29th. She makes a statement there as an affidavit for you.
Okay.
So,
But you've already submitted that to Liz, right?
no. we
No,
just
none of them know.
None of them know.
That's why we typed this up and ran over here. We don't know squat. There is no, we think it's a pink form that your office issued to Jen.
That was the information that was
had the
given
dates. She never
to-
got anything.
to Jen.
There are no financials from any candidate.
And I
She
said, "See, when
identified
I-
it as the
when
pink
I
paper.
turned-
From
when I-
him.
When I filled out the paperwork to be the write-in, you know, I said, now, is this it? And she said, yeah, that's it. And I said, and didn't give me anything to take home with me or anything like that. And I was coming in here, so I thought, well, I'm just gonna come up here and confirm it the next day. So I came in the next day and I did one here about, you know, she showed me, my name was right on the paperwork, you know, so I said, okay, and I don't need to do anything else. No financials were mentioned, nothing.
No papers, no packet, no nothing from either the city or from the county to Becky.
Yeah, nothing.
So, The only reason we knew about this was because Jen was wanting to get her financials in
Yeah.
and had noticed a discrepancy there. So, that's,
Well, it gets kind of unique with the financial disclosures for, writing candidates, cause right, you're both writing candidates, is that right? Okay, so, yeah, I'll need
apparently
to talk
September
to the,
September the 11th was
Oh.
the date you or the city is supposed to have them.
well, the way it works and is meant to work is that when you, fill out your, declaration of candidacy, which you did with East Carbon, they're meant to give you a voter, or I mean, candidate packet, and it should have all of that in it.
No, didn't
No
have.
packet.
And see, and then I've
Did
got my
Jen get a
financials right
packet?
here. Can that be
No.
considered? my
Jen did not get
financials?
one either.
If you have a form, we don't know what it is.
Yeah.
They're meant to give a form in your packet.
Got a packet?
Yeah,
But Jen
I
did
didn't-
not get such a packet, and neither did Becky.
Right, right, and not making excuses for anybody, I would guess some of that's because the uniqueness of being a writing candidate, but I can chat with Liz and see what the issue was.
Do you get
But
copies of
neither
these
of you guys
things?
generally would get the copies of anything that you filled out to become a candidate.
Yes, and
That you
see,
got.
that's why I came in the following day after I filled that out in East Carbon. I came in here to be sure that you guys got the information, and you did.
Okay.
You know, she said, yeah, we've got everything.
Are these your
You're good to
forms,
go.
their forms?
What forms?
These financial reporting forms?
Again, that's something that they would provide, so a lot of times it's something that they make,
Are they
but
state forms, county forms?
That's actually covered in
they're
there.
generally their forms.
The question
But I
was
think the
asked.
state does have a form that they can use.
The question was asked, and it's in the transcript.
Mm-hmm.
The question was asked whether or not they were their forms?
Yes.
Is that what you
Yeah,
said? And-
we understood from the transcript, Liz Holt on camera, that was the case, but we're never sure about them because they don't do anything they're
No
supposed to.
problem. So what was her response? I'm sorry, I didn't see what her response was.
Well, if you wanna take a minute and read it, it's kinda damning.
I'll let you tell me, I'll trust you on that one.
I have a question. You,
Oops, oops, and more oops.
you
So
said
She didn't say, yes, it's our form, or?
She said the packet, there's lots of forms and I must have missed that one.
She said
the
she
schedule
made a
and
copy of all the
forms.
forms that were on the round table, wherever the round table is. And she said, she made copies of those.
That
But-
she was told to. Our question is,
Yeah.
by who? You're in charge of the election there.
Okay, so you guys asked, just so I have it clear, you guys asked, hey, whose forms are they? That she said, she didn't give you an answer, it doesn't sound like, she just said, hey, there's other
Jen-
forms you
Jen
should fill out.
asked the question.
Jen
He
Guerrero.
doesn't know.
Yeah, she says, I must have missed it. Now that's on the video, that's what I saw today.
are the financials due for all candidates on September 11th in East Carbon, Utah? Are the financials for all of the candidates due on September 11th?
They're meant to be, I need to check the dates to confirm.
None of them have turned
None of
it,
them
except
received
Jen belatedly. Cause she didn't get a reminder.
So this has nothing to do with write-in or candidate, it's
When I
all
say-
of them.
When I say they're meant to be all at the same time. I will have to confirm that date,
So
but they're
there's-
meant to be all at the same time.
Well, my concern is, if there are deadlines that I need to, to do something with before, to get it in there,
Right,
I'd like to know,
yeah, for sure.
you know.
Generally, the packet will have a sheet that has all the key dates, including all the times or the dates that you need your financial disclosures in. And then it'll also have a financial disclosure
Right.
form that you can use.
Right.
or
Yeah, I
copy.
work for the federal government, so.
Which they did not do, which they
But
did not
I
provide.
didn't, they didn't provide me with the packet, a confirmation, and, cause I said, are you sure that this is it? This is all I need to do? She said, yeah.
Here's the way it goes on this.
So,
They
does-
have the August 5th ones, why weren't you able to get this right? We're right in the middle of a change in our website. We've been told that for 3 years, why is this taking so long? They're doing some upgrades right now, they're switching plans. I mean, we've been hearing that for 2 to 3 years now, and things are not getting uploaded to the website. By the way, the website has 2023 election data on it still, as of today. Can you, my next question is, did you notify the Lieutenant Governor's office or Lori Perez that I'm disqualified for the mayor election? No, I did not. Okay, all right, I'll just wait for those reports. Okay, yep, gotta have those, Rick, he said. She goes out, the copy machine, Liz Holt returns. Are these copies for me to keep? Yes, awesome.
So did she give you forms then?
No, this is a transcript between Jen Guerrero and Liz Holt.
And this-
And
But,
Liz Campbell.
but whoever they were talking to here, did they get the forms? She, did it sound like she
We're not
went?
sure.
She just gave her a packet, it was just an envelope.
No, she gave her the financials from
Well, we
September,
have
from
no idea
August
what form
5th.
it's
August
Here-
5th
here's the way it
financials.
goes. These are from August 5th, Liz Holt hands to Guerrero. All candidates, she says, and then she says, I think I've got them all, the copy machine was messing up. Like, she's always giving herself an out on some technological problem.
Go figure.
Then nobody's, September 11th, all right, okay, that explains it. They're supposed to turn them in even though they're disqualified, right? And it says, I just updated everything in the chart, so that was a mistake on my part, and I just told you that. Genevieve, okay, the other question I wanted to ask is when I came in to originally file for my mayoral candidacy, and then Sergeant Holt shows up, her husband, and then you didn't give me this form here, holds a pink form required from the county registrar of voters, what we think. Within days where I'm supposed to come in and file the campaign financial reports, why didn't you give me this form? I printed out everything that was on the round table that I was told to print out. Okay, but this is kind of key information because if I don't meet these campaign reporting deadlines, I'm out. So I'm asking, well, why didn't you give me this information? Because I didn't see it in there. I printed out everything that was in the file for me to print out. What file is this? Aren't you the person who's supposed to be in charge of the election here from the municipality? Yes. So why aren't you aware that you're supposed to notify the candidates? Oh, there's a bunch of different forms for me to print out, I must have overlooked that. Okay, pretty important form, gotcha, all right. Do you have any questions, Jason? No, that's the way it went.
Cool.
So, we don't know squat.
Right.
She doesn't have
Right.
anything.
So-
Has this
She
ever
may or
happened
may
before?
not have
So we're
everything
talking
she
about
needs.
two different financial disclosures, right? There's the August 5th for those who got out in the primary.
They
right?
applied after the
Right,
29th.
right. So those you're definitely supposed to get in, but they're not gonna disqualify you from being a write-in candidate because those pertain to the primary. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
You still should get them in for sure.
Yeah, I wasn't
we-
in the,
we have-
I wasn't in the primary. After the primary, then I decided to be a write-in.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
So in Genevieve's case,
She was in. that.
She was in that one, technically lost, she's now a write-in, applied to be a write-in,
Right.
so you got two write-in candidates.
right. And then there's the first financial disclosure for the general election, and I'll check on the date on that. But I mean, again, their only recourse if you don't fill those out is to disqualify you. I don't think she has or has any intention of disqualifying people at this
It's
point.
almost like a sabotage to me, seems to me.
Well, the thing with the lieutenant governor will tell. The other question we had was, is there any forms due in October, November,
Right.
post-election, how do you do that?
Right, so let me actually just go back. So, one, get your financial disclosures in as quick as you can. If you
Do
don't
you
have,
have a form?
if you don't have a form, I'll talk to her about it because they're meant to be her forms. That's why I'm reluctant to give you one of our forms.
See, and that's
They're
why
meant
I
to be
put
yours.
that down there, so it's
That's great.
notated in there, yeah.
Great. I would get a copy of that, Tucker.
We will.
Um,
They're closed on Monday.
Right, right.
Of course they are.
Right. So anyways, we need to get both of your financial disclosures in as quick as you can. I don't think she has any
Jen
intention to.
submitted hers to the city, it's supposed to be for the 11th, but on the 24th. And that's all we know at the moment.
Okay.
She hadn't gotten any notification that they were needed.
Okay, so the second part of this that I was gonna mention is we don't have any authority to punish East Carbon or Liz or any of that kind of stuff. You know, our role is to, again, we contract with them to run the election for them, if
Mhm.
that makes sense. They still do certain parts of it,
I
like
want you to clarify.
declaration of candidacy. Well, I'll definitely check with her and say, hey, this needs to be done differently.
Has she contacted you, Liz Holt?
Since the 24th.
She has talked to Lori, yeah, about not all of this information, but some of this information like that to us.
Imagine so. Okay.
Okay, and what's your position on it?
Specifically, what do you mean?
Have you been informed for whatever moment?
Right, again, do all candidates are supposed to turn in their financials for September 11th? Are all of, or just the write-ins?
Well,
No, like I said, I already answered the question.
He's gonna
They all
get a
need
new
to-
date.
They all need to.
All right, all right.
He's gonna negotiate that.
We're just
anyways,
making sure.
Just to finish the thought, we don't have any authority to punish or any of that kind of stuff. We do try to help them in this kind of situation
Then
and
you
make
go
sure
out.
things go correctly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But if you're looking for somebody to, punish them or anything like that, that's the lieutenant governor's office.
We just wanna make sure the election's gonna go forward
Right,
with all
for sure.
candidates.
They've
Yeah.
never had to worry about this
No
kind of stuff out
flaky
there, of course.
excuses from the lieutenant governor or anything, and if the lieutenant governor makes a ruling, I expect you to clarify whatever she
Yeah.
thinks is wrong with what those facts are.
Sounds good. So again, it looks like some things were missed. And so that's
Get your
not.
catcher's mitt up.
That's not good, but I'm sure we'll work with Liz and get it corrected, or help her to get it corrected.
Well,
Or
if she
fire
gave it-
her.
If she gave it to the candidates.
Again, I can't fire her.
I know, but if she gave the packets or whatever to the other candidates and not the writing candidates, what are we supposed
Do
to do?
you have any elements of a packet you can give her from the county's point of
The
view?
main things that you need are,
Because we understood there was a pink sheet of paper that we get
I
out from you.
don't know what you mean by pink sheet.
Okay,
I don't
well-
have
Well,
a
we
pink
don't
sheet.
either.
We don't
They
either.
called it the blue sheet.
So we're-
There's dates, important dates, like all the financial disclosures, you need that. And then you need a blank financial disclosure that you can copy and use and all that kind of stuff.
Can we have that?
Again,
I think we
the
do it
financial
ourselves.
disclosure is gonna be their unique
Their
form.
form.
Yeah,
Okay.
so, I will get you all the
Mine, yeah.
important dates.
So they
And I'll
are
get
supposed to
Lori
give us
out
the
an
forms that we
email to
could
you
then
guys.
fill out.
I'm sorry?
Are they supposed to give us forms that we could then fill out?
Yeah, the financial disclosure forms.
Okay,
Yes.
well then, I think we should probably make sure that
We'll
we
tackle them
request
tomorrow.
those formally.
Yeah, even if,
Yeah.
if they could just email it to me, I can print it out.
Nah, go get it out of their hands.
And
Yeah,
I'll talk to her about them tomorrow. I'm sure she has some, so
Okay.
I'll talk to her about them.
Somewhere on the round table.
or give me a call
Yeah.
and I'll
Somebody
go
told
down there.
her.
and
The
get
You
it.
tell her to
round
check the
table.
round table.
I just, you know, I just wanna follow
That's,
the rules and, you
Yeah, for
know,
sure.
if you don't know the rules, you can't follow them,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, well, and I think they'd have a hard time disqualifying you because that's the main concern is getting disqualified. I think
Yeah.
they'd have a hard time doing that if there was some steps that were missed, so.
Yeah,
Well, keep aware that we have zero trust in EC to tell the truth to anybody, including the lieutenant governor. So you need to verify whatever those conversations were, and if something goes on.
Yeah,
Okay.
tomorrow I'll talk to both of them. I'll talk to Liz and the lieutenant governor's office, but I'll get, Lori's out right now and she's kind of our whiz on that.
Okay.
Not that that makes any difference, but we'll get you dates, all the key dates, and we'll get you an email out.
If you could send them to us directly instead of giving them to them, it would be useful.
Oh, we'll get them to you for sure. I think I already have your emails, but if you want to write
Terrific.
down emails,
Yeah.
do that.
You got a card on you? Or no?
I don't think I have a card in this purse.
We were
I've
with
got-
the GOP
I
and
got
wiped out our cards.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh, on Saturday, you mean?
yeah.
How was it, the luncheon?
Wonderful. We were there from 11:30 to 4:30 and.
Wow,
I
it went
hung
that
out.
long?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then he had an hour and a half conversation with the mayor of Price.
Krianos, he drained my brain in all sorts of ways to get government out of different things he's responsible for, which is wonderful. And, we talked with, Senator Curtis, we talked with Congressman Kennedy at length, he remembered us from percentages you earn mutual medical finance insurance.
The AG?
conversation. And, Curtis is interested in her geopolymer greenhouses, housing, septic tanks, they had a septic tank problem, they had to leave before. And,
The
we
AG?
talked to,
Derek Brown?
Commissioner Jensen, briefly, and, the state attorney general, we had our attention for about 5 minutes, plus his aide, and lots more info. Same with the state auditor.
Has this ever happened before,
Two cases
this,
on 23
these
forms of apology.
hiccups?
Specifically, I don't recall having one like this. I've been here for 7 years. So
The cabal
since I've
for
been
7 years, runs their own candidates, ignores their own vote lines, does things, puts notifications up at the last minute so nobody worries.
did they have to report these, the financial information to the,
Lieutenant Governor.
yeah.
That brings up a question. For her, on a candidate profile, is there some form that she can get to the lieutenant governor so it winds up in these booklets? Same with Genevieve as a write-in?
That's a good question. What booklets?
The candidate, booklets I'm running, and this is my statement, candidate statements
Well, I
that
know
usually
that-
are mailed out with ballots
Right.
beforehand.
I know they do,
They
the
do
online
profiles.
profiles,
Yeah.
but the booklets, I'll have to check into that.
Okay,
So,
so.
depends on what ones.
Do you have
we're
a
talking
form for this online thing, or a place where we can go on the lieutenant governor's site so she can fill this out, same with Jen?
about. I will check on that also. It's usually an email. It's usually an email that they send out.
Yeah, no, I did an email, and
Oh, so you did
Yes.
get one?
I did a profile with my picture.
Okay.
Oh, good.
So did you
Yeah.
check on the website and make sure it was there?
I did not, I don't know what the website is.
Oh, yeah, could we have the URL for the website?
Yeah, that would be good.
I think it's the vote.utah.gov website.
Well, that's kinda generic, but you can put this one on my forehead.
I hear your mayor here in Price is pretty nice though. That's what Brock said.
Yeah. Corianos, he's
Mayor's
all
pretty-
sorts of solutions without tax money.
Wish our mayor was nice.
Yeah, I wish it was.
That's
Well,
fine.
he's actually going out of office, he's not running again.
That's a good
He's
thing.
not? I thought he was running. Oh, you're the East Carter mayor. I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, not here.
Corianos is
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you need copies of these or?
No, I
No,
have
those are
copies.
for you.
No, I have those for
You
you,
can
yeah.
send them to anybody and everybody you want,
Okay, we'll get you an email
okay?
about.
Jason has the original videotape he owns, the transcript I made of the question and answer things those two ladies were doing. And you have Becky's statement of consternation. So, if you can solve all that, so task list.
It just seems like it's not together, you know what I mean? Yeah,
No, this is standard.
yeah. well,
There.
okay, too, yeah.
Becky's a former
I get-
federal marshal.
Yeah,
She's very good on the details.
And
yeah, and so,
Trying to correct that.
Yeah, and it seems like when you go in there to talk to someone, you know, it's, I don't feel like I'm getting all the information, you know what I mean?
Right.
And they don't know me, cause I just moved in up there 6 years ago, so, you know, hardly anybody knows me up there, you know, but
Only 6 years?
only 6 years.
That's a short time for you.
We're 4 years, we're.
You're 4 years?
Yeah.
I wonder if she knows you better than she does the 6-year resident.
Probably.
I'm sure they.
And 17 kinds of pollution, we're still trying to get grants on.
That's actually
Oh,
funny.
by the way, the reaction of the Attorney General when they found out his grandma's 19, we just found out today by accident, one of the grandmas, which was, who's their bonding company for errors and omissions? So, anyway, at 19, call it 18 counts, and Class B misdemeanors, 6 months in prison and $9,000 to $90,000 total, it'll all be about 9 years in prison, and that money. And his reaction was, these are all, you know, business government deals, and we're trying to get documents on it, and they are refusing to give them to us. He goes, ooh.
They expect everybody else to follow the law.
I think that's a Utah word.
Ooh, yeah. And heck.
I've never heard any other politician use it.
Crick, see, I tell my wife, it depends on what creek you're talking about.
Exactly, yeah.
If it's Gordon Creek, then that's
Yeah,
one thing, but if it's,
Yeah.
Mud Creek,
Yeah, which creek would that be?
Range Creek, yeah.
No,
So-
I grew up in Salt Lake, so. I'm gonna get told.
So anyway, we talked to them on negatives, and we talked to everybody else on positives, improving everything, and so forth.
Good.
Yours too. And so anyway, we were just kinda, having a good time, and it was a great day. They gave great talks on the Constitution. I thought the best one was probably the AGs. We were at, the Freedom Fest in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
In Las Vegas, and Senator Lee had just published a book on the price that the families paid to get the Constitution ratified, signed and ratified. In some places they were shooting into each other, and there were men and women stories that he did. And at that time, the AG was his deputy chief of staff, and we were part of a television pool that got. OAN had the cameras, and so they did the interview that went out nationwide, and he remembered that. And so when he gave this talk, it was about the Constitution will go on, it's got its better days, and everybody here says this, but here's my logic. I know a little Latin from Pepperdine University. It says it's a sesquiquincentennial, which means it's half of 500 years. So we got another 250 to go. I thought that was great logic.
That's awesome.
And-
I like that too, actually.
Yeah. So
Very good.
anyway, you missed that one. Curtis gave a pretty good one on coal and energy, but mostly civil rights, which we're all sitting there grinning about, namely his, and now hers, Jen's. But the whole elan of the thing was generally upbeat. There were some kids starting a Turning Point chapter at Carbon High School, one of whom was 15 feet away from the guy, Charlie Kirk, when he was shot. The son of our LBISat.com, if you want to look it up, or satellite uplinker and data center over in Eagle Mountain. Her son is also 15 feet away.
Wow.
And
She
so,
said 10 feet.
oh, well, he was close to it. Okay, so Melanie calls her name. Anyway, the kids, there was 4 kids from the high school there that they were sort of rah-rahing and honoring. And he's related to one of the Cabal members who has a Turning Point button on. And so I said, you were related to the kids here? And he goes, yeah. And I said, he says, I stuck out my hand and he shook it. He says, I don't want to talk to you, Brock. And I go, why not? In the spirit of Charlie, hone your wits on me if you disagree with me, prove me wrong. Yeah. He goes, I've seen your website, it's all foolishness. I said, well, that's only because we only have half the facts, the other half are grams, so we can't get. So and all these secret deals. And so anyway, I looked at him and he didn't want to say that. So you're not going to talk to me? He goes, no. So I went over to the kids and I gave him my card. Hey, I was at 17, I was chairman of Orange County Young Americans for Freedom, and we changed the world, and you can too. And we're doing two-way TV now instead of newspapers. So here you go. Thank you. And they both, appreciate it. And they went back to talking with Congressman Kennedy.
We'll stop in to get some grandmas here as well.
Yes.
I'm sure you guys will be much more efficient than East Carbon.
I think we've already gotten quite a few grandmas, haven't we?
Yeah.
We filled,
That's good.
We filled a couple for Genevieve.
That's good.
Oh, that's good.
Wonderful.
Okay, sounds
Well,
good.
thank you so
That's
much.
what you're supposed to do.
Good to see you.
That's what you're supposed to do.
We'll be in touch quick.
Get a picture of your handshake here.
I got him. I got him. Me and Seth are all right. We're all right.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir. Yep. Well, everybody, do a little pose there.
Well, that's because Lori Perez is a cabal member like this one. Miranda Holt, whose office is right there.
That's why you have to talk to Seth. He's in charge.
Up there, at the top on the right, is the county attorney, Christian Briner, who's also our East Carbon city attorney. Up there is Kia Teepees, who is the county deputy attorney, who is also our city prosecutor. Makes appeals a whole lot. So his case is on appeal, it's gonna be going to 7th District.
Incestuous. Yeah, well, it's just.
Okay, can I get a picture together, you guys, for if and when we decide to post this? I want to be able to get the picture, that's all. Everybody smile, say cheese.
Cheese.
All right, that's the picture I'll take. I can.
You didn't ask us to say
No, I'm not going to say that.
Up here is the engineer's office. You're taller than I am. Can you see if that door has got any lights on it? No. That's the Water Conservancy District for Carbon County. We've never found it open. The lady up here is in charge of tourism, one of them, and the other one is in charge of the county GIS, Geospatial Information System.
There's
map,
we the people.
where all the property lines are up.
Oh, yeah.
That got Carol Logston thinking that government
Poking
is
somebody,
terrific.
yeah.
And, well, she tried to strangle him, hit him on their heart.
Okay, guys, that's it. We went to the building.
So anyway, he's now
The justice here in Price. We'll see if we can get justice. We will see. Thanks for tuning in.